I've been
Yeah,
waiting to ask you this question.
yeah, go ahead.
What is up with this thing that's going on YouTube with the Jews that are about to reveal the Messiah?
Oh, this is fake. This is fake. Okay,
Yeah, I've been hearing that for like so many years.
right, and the people who are promoting it are anti-Jewish Christians. Like there's anti-Semitic groups amongst Christians that people don't talk about. They live in the hills of Tennessee or whatever. This is bullcrap. First of all, I never even heard of the guy because I saw the video. It's up there like with Andrew Tate. It's viral. No one's ever heard of this guy. This pops up once in a while. Like there's this like Wunderkind, right? This like genius kid. Every community has it. First of all, can you imagine one community claiming to have one of its members to be the Messiah, and
Yeah,
it's
but
going
a
to be
lot of
accepted by?
elderly rabbis are kissing his hand
Okay, right. Can you imagine someone from another sect, whether it's Toldot Saran, Chabad, respecting what any other community does? Of course not. If you're Sephardi, you're going to think he's Ashkenazi. Of course, he can't be the Messiah. If you're Toldot Saran, you're going to be like he's a Satmar. He can't be the Messiah. For some reason, non-Jews think, but they think that there's this monolithic trend within Judaism. Jews cannot agree on anything, especially religious Jews. How can we ever agree on one person being the Messiah? There's no, I mean, can you imagine it? Trust me, if Rabbi Mizrahi was the Messiah, God forbid, who Ashkenazim wouldn't support him. If, Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach was the Messiah, Sephardim wouldn't support him. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't, only someone who doesn't know how Jews are difficult people. Okay. I mean, it's a shame. This is why I think that the Messianic age, and I don't believe there's one Messianic age with Messianic ages, is only when there's times when Israel is living in the land in a redeemed state, but that's like under God. It means that Jews are actually getting along because God is making it happen. I don't think Jews could get along naturally. This is why I don't think there could be a temple, because who's going to run it? And it's not just for practical reasons. The Jews wouldn't allow it. You think they'd have a Lubavitcher as the high priest? I mean, can you imagine that? I'm not saying that there's anything particularly against Lubavitchers, but I mean, they don't get along with any other group, right? You'll have the Chabad temple, which Chabad teaches that 770 is the base of Mikdash Me'at, right? It's like the miniature temple. But you have to have a Chabad temple, Bukharian temple. There's just no unity. We don't even daven in each other's shuls typically, right? We don't marry into other people's families typically, right? Yemenites want to marry Yemenites. This is why it's a joke. And the reason this video came out was to say that this individual was really the Antichrist. I mean, who tested him? Who graded him? I don't, it's bullcrap, man. It's the same thing with the red heifer. Every few years, they're like, oh, they found a red cow in Israel. For how many years haven't they been saying this, right? Right. I mean, they find that doesn't mean anything. We're not building a temple anytime soon, okay? Just because we don't have our act together.
And they put one heck of a video together with different rabbis speaking in Hebrew and translating it, saying he's one of those autistic kids with supernatural. By the age of 14, he knew the Torah by heart and the Talmud.
Is he the
heart.
one with the glasses?
Yeah, he's That's 32 right. years old. And
in Judaism, it's not really how much you know; it's essentially how much wisdom you have. I've known people who are like walking encyclopedias who really, if you ask them their position on something, they'll just reiterate their sect's or cult's position, like verbatim. Right? I mean, you're like a genius. You're supposed to give us wisdom, and you're just telling me what your rabbi taught you. No, what people confuse for wisdom nowadays is just processing power in your mind, right? I mean, Rav Ovadia Yosef was a walking encyclopedia. He could quote a lot of things, but he endorsed a lot of the silliest ideas out there, from praying to the dead